What's up, YouTube? Man, I'm sitting here doing some late night studying. Just got back in, man, from running a couple errands, man. But I've been sitting here for the past little bit, man. Just kind of getting my getting my week kind of prepared. Now, Monday will be a holiday, so the market will be closed on Monday. So please make note of that for me, guys. But check it out. Even though I'm preparing already for particular charts I want to attack for this upcoming week, plays I want to get into, and how I'm going to make my money this week, guys, I got asked a question on investing in 2024. And I just wanted to kind of break down for you guys that may also be wondering, especially if you're new to the game or if this new exuberance in the stock market has brought you to the market for the first time. If you've been around the market at any point in time, you might know these things, but in case you are jumping in the game now and you want to get into trading, you want to get into investing, let me speak to investing really quickly, guys. The market is at all-time highs. Now, it's two things you need to know about that. Just because the market is at all-time highs doesn't mean you can't invest at all-time highs, because if you knew the history of the market, every time we made all-time highs, we made new all-time highs. The market went higher. Okay. Now, the risk on the flip side associated with that is the fact that all-time highs can sometimes signify that you are at a top. And when you're at a top, there's a high likelihood of you pulling back and coming down. And I want to talk to you guys about that, because although there's no, what I would say, right or wrong answer or how to invest or way to invest, if you will, I'm the type, I've been doing this longer than most. And I'm the type, I'm not a huge buyer at all time highs. So, Coach, what are you doing? Things that I'm doing, some of my money, hundreds of thousands, have been in CDs, money market accounts, for example. Yes, I have my money in the growth stocks, the Nvidias, the Googles, the Teslas, and stuff like that. And so, again, everything is portioned up and divvied up, proportionate to what I'm willing to risk, how much I'm looking to make, so on and so forth. But in all honesty, markets being at all-time high, for me personally, I'm a guy that likes to get in on a 10% pullback, a 20% pullback, and or some type of recession. But listen to this. Because no one can time the market, and you shouldn't try to either, you must always be buying, otherwise known as dollar cost averaging. That is how you invest, or one way you should consider investing in 2024, for example. Okay, you should be dollar cost averaging. Now, listen to this. Because markets are at all-time highs, at some point you're going to get a chance to get a better cost basis. You're going to get a chance to get a better price versus buying when valuations are high, when multiples are high and they're sitting way up here. Okay, so for example, I put $1,500 into a play at a time that I'm building out. I try to get every play to at least 1,000 shares or $100,000. This is my real account. So I'm just walking you guys through what a real investor with real wealth that's young and retired does and did to build wealth. Okay. With that being said, at $1,500, I would maybe put in right now at all-time highs. Okay. If the market fell 20% from $1,500 investment into whatever play that was, okay, then I could begin to maybe go 3,500, 7,000, 10,000. But you see how I was dollar cost averaging 1,500 every 2 weeks, 1,500, 1,500, 1,500. But the minute we had a pullback, I might have put 10,000 in. Not only did I now increase my position size, but I lowered my cost basis. Does that make sense? And so this is how I choose to go. I don't refrain from buying at all-time highs. I just buy a small, consistent amount. I want you to write that down. Buy small, consistent amounts at all-time highs. And you wait for a larger pullback. You got to know, guys, what goes up must come down. So you wait for a larger pullback so that you can deploy bigger position sizes, bigger capital, okay? Don't get caught buying your whole, man, I got a settlement. I inherited some money. My husband died. I received 500,000 insurance policy and I'm putting the whole 500,000 in at the all-time high. No, because when the market do pull back 20% and your 500,000 is now down 20%, it's going to hit a little different, okay? And I'm trying to prepare you guys now, giving you guys real life game and real life wisdom on how to invest in 2024 with us having one whole full year. All of 2023 was up. And so 2 months into 2024, we have continued that same thing. Trust me, you will get a chance for a pullback, but that's when you got to do the work. See, oftentimes when the stocks were down low back in October, when the stocks was down low all of 2022 and 2021, we were afraid to buy. We were getting caught up in the negativity and the fear mongering, all the stuff that was going on. But the wealthy, those of us that are part of the 1%, we boil all that up. So we're sitting pretty in 2023, 2024. Our feet is up. Now it's really nothing for us to do but trade options, because none of us with true wealth, we're not buying at these levels. We're not buying how we buy. I buy hundreds of thousands at a time. All my plays have at least 100K in them. So think about that. I'm not putting 100K in NVIDIA at all time at 52-week high, but I will put 100K in NVIDIA or Meta when it was $86 last year. Okay, NVIDIA was $150 last year, 2022, into 2022. Okay, that's what you do. You don't put 100K in at all-time highs. Does that make sense? And so again, guys, investing in 2024, you should be buying, but you should be buying consistent small amounts. You should be investing in the total stock market. You should be investing in something like the SCHD or VYM. Okay, you want a little bit of growth in there as well, but you have to be anticipating. I'm knowing and anticipating and expecting the market to come back at some point. But you don't guess, you don't gamble, you don't try to time it. You just do the work. You just do it in smaller increments, knowing that you got this large pool of money waiting to be deployed. Coach, where do you put your money at? Guys, for me, I have a lot of money in CDs, okay? Getting 5% on $1 million, getting 5% on 500,000, getting 5% on 100,000, just sitting in there 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. I don't need the money. I don't need the money. We make that in options every month, okay? I don't need the money, so it can just sit there and grow. That's what we do. We sit in the money, okay? We put money in SCHD, and you just reinvest the dividends. You buy some every single day. You dollar cost average, okay? You do things like that, but you don't go super crazy at an all-time high. But what you do is you look for those 2022 type vibes, type moments, type of levels, and that's when you go heavy. So when that 2022 come back around, anybody that's watching this video, I want you to remember this, and remember at all-time highs versus all-time lows and where you should be buying at. The name of the game is to buy low, sell high, not buy high and sell low. We get that so wrong, especially in our community. Okay, and then you stagnate the ability to grow true wealth. All right, and so I want you guys to really think about your investing for 2024. Right now we're up, but we only 2 months into the year. Things could drastically change for the remainder of the year, second half of the year. Okay, so you always want to have a plan in mind. Okay, I'm sitting, a lot of my wealth is in cash. Okay, while the market is at all-time high, still getting at least 5%. I got some money in the stuff that's been running, okay, but I'm not putting no new money into it unless it's small, consistent amounts, okay. But guess what? I back the Brinks truck up whenever we have a pullback, sell off, crash, correction, any of that. I get happy. You guys gonna catch me in my office just like this, like, yep, it's time to go shopping. It's time to turn 1 million into 2 million. That's how we go about this, okay? And so that's how I want you guys to be thinking. Quit getting in the habit of jumping on all the exuberance when the market is high, but then you scared to pull the trigger when you really should be when the market is low and in a buy zone. Those are some of the dynamics we got to shift and change if you guys want to really expedite the growth of your wealth building process, okay? So keep that in mind on this journey, guys. I just wanted to tap in today, pause for a minute from my studying and my due diligence that I'm doing right now on a couple plays and I'm looking at for next week on Tuesday when we get back in the market, but other than that, man, I just want to drop that word on you guys. That's how you want to invest in 2024. Okay, if you're talking about equities, you're talking about stocks, always be buying, but buying consistent small amounts. And when the stocks drop 10 to 20%, you go heavy. Keep that in mind. All right. And if you guys ever see a recession, that's your chance to get rich and change your life. That's when we do it. Don't ever let them fool you on how it go. Everybody just ain't getting rich in a bull market. You get rich in a bear market by buying when stocks are dirt cheap. Okay. And then this going to always happen. The 2023 year, 2024 always happen. When it comes, you reap the benefits. You got plays up 200%, 400%, 700%, 1,000% because you were buying. And you can't beat investing. Yeah, we can make a lot of money with options, but my stocks that I hold is far exceeding over time my options. Okay, keep that nugget in mind as well. Listen, guys, we make videos like this every day. So if you like this one, make sure you check out the next one. Remember, most people see the end result. Very few consider the journey. Do me a favor. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys grab some free stock using my link below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.